Hey there, Papa's Posse. Don't forget about that QR code. Take you to my eBay, YouTube, and Instagram page. Well, welcome back to the channel there, Papa's Posse. Once again, it's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. Well, welcome back to the channel, Papa's Posse. It's time for Papa's Comic Books, Coffee, and more. And today we have The Defenders, special double-sized issue. Number 175 cents back in 1981. Title of the story, The Dynamic Defenders by J.M. Demantius and Joe Sonata. Don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. It's going to be a big one. Let's do it. Look, Defenders, and see how the puzzle pieces interlock so perfectly, from eternity's near destruction of the multiverse to the Doctor Strange's constant use of the teleportational spell that further weakened the dimensional fabric. From the creation of the six-fingered hand to the possession of the Patsy Walker. So many have been drawn into our Dracula Ghost Rider Asmodeus Jones so that the moment could at last arrive. The moment when your planet becomes a hell on earth. Chapter 1. Sit back, open your mind as we bring you the most internal super saga of them all, courtesy of these people right here. And I, Satan, Lord of Hell, welcome you to your new world. You'll grow to like it here in time. Okay. Satan and his other manifestations of Thog and Mephisto and Stanish, they have been the true foemen of all along. They used me, used the Defenders. I should have known, cursed I should have known. When I probed Hellcat's psyche, I sensed a great darkness at work, a force greater than six-fingered hand, but I never, Doctor, please, Doctor, no truth the Silver Surfer has learned is that self-deprecation is the most useless of endeavors. Calm yourself, we will find a way out of this. One truth the son of Satan has gleaned is that naivete, such as yours, is laughable in the face of evil. Then there, my father has turned one of our own, Hellcat, into a demon thing, and as another of our number, Nighthawk, entranced. He has made a world of beauty over into a place of inequity and decay. Ah, my dear Damon, still as irascible as ever. Hey, it's your best trait, you know. But come, let the force sphere that holds you and your friends captive be dissolved. I think it is time we all had a cozy chat. The only words I have for you, Father, are spoken in the tongue of violence. Well said, Hellstrom. Let's smash fire faces. Hellstrom, Hulk, Namor, you're making a terrible mistake. Against power such as this, brutality has no hope. The Surfer is quite right, isn't he, my dear? For when it comes to the animal ways, we are the experts. Very true. As I think these others now understand. Arg, the Hulk hurts. Patsy, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why, she is merely untapping the latent evil of her own psyches and turning it against you, a very effective power I have bestowed upon her. For there is no blackness we can bear less than our own, is there, daughter? Indeed, not my father. Daughter? Father? The words that managed to snap Nighthawk of his hypnotic stupor, shock even the all-brained Hulk, and reduce all Patsy Walker's dearest friends and acquaintances to open-mouth stupefaction. Stupefaction? Ha ha ha! You befuddled expressions are priceless, Defenders, especially your Damien. But why the disbelief, my son? You should be delighted that you have another sister to replace our dear departed Santana. She died in the cause of good. The fool and you, Damon, have never had the courage to fully embrace my path. Is it any wonder, then, why it took steps to ensure that at least one of my children would grow up in my image? Just as I took human form, court your cow of a mother, Damien, so too did I mask my true face and wed Dorothy Parker. Once she bore my child, I left her. for she was not my concern. It was Patsy I watched from the bowels of hell. Patsy, who was always somehow different from the others, who never walked the road her domineering mother wanted for her. Didn't any of you ever wonder how a woman with no apparent skills could take on the life of a superhero without batting an eye? Oh yes, at first it seemed it was the costume of Greer Nelson, the cat that endowed Patsy with her powers. But it recently became clear that the costume only prodded her natural abilities awake, even as her merger with Avarish awakened the dormant other self in her soul. Poor Dorothy must have sensed Patsy's true nature all along, and that is why she as easily gave her daughter up to evil. I took my time with Patsy, let her inheritance unfold gradually so that I could be spared the problems you and Santana gave me, Damien. And as you can see, I succeeded beyond my wildest hopes. The defender stands silent as Satan's words hang heavy in the air, and then a proud black-garbed figure moves forward. Patsy, what he says is lies. I know it. Prove him wrong, my friend. Turn away from him and join us. We can help you. Help me, Valkyrie. Don't need the aid of an Asgardian witch. You are no friend of mine, Sal, and you never have been. Do you hear me? Never! I hear you, Patsy, all too well. Now, wait just a minute, Patsy. That's Val you're tossing around like that. Someone who loves you, who died for you. What do you think? I brought you here because my human half was weak. I needed the comfort of a familiar face in my hour of transition, but that hour has passed, Nighthawk. So join your comrades and be gone from my sight. Thanks, Green. Oh, don't worry, Birdnose. Hulk has you. Thanks, Greenie. You really made my day. Or should I say night, since I get the feeling the sun won't be coming up around here for a long time. Satan, was I rescued from oblivion only to watch these capering fools? Thog is correct. The end game must begin now. Be calm, Satanish. I'm sure our brother knows just what he's doing. What are you doing, Satan? What is the end game Satanish spoke of? Oh, you know how I adore a good competition, Madge. Chess is so much more exciting than living pieces. Curse you, Father. Stop toying with us. If it is the battle you want, we are more than willing to give it. Oh, Damien, sometimes you are so lacking in imagination. A simple battle, what fun is that? You arrogant, overbearing, black-hearted animal. I sense displeasure in your voice, my son. Could it have anything to do with your sister? With feelings that have softened your heart these past few weeks. Feelings, perhaps of love. But we'll have time to discuss this later. Go away for now, will you? Oh, now the doctor, where were we? Oh, yes, the end game. Oh, one of the insights into the center of things surely knows there are natural laws that govern the universe, laws even I must obey. One such law states that once in a millennia opportunity for hell to subjugate Earth takes time. In fact, it takes precisely 6 days, 6 hours, and 6 minutes for the neither dimension to fully phase to the Earth plea. Get it? 666. Then, in essence, all that we see is not yet fully real. I will take my minions and leave this world, fail, and for the next dozen ages of man, I rule. I rule, not Ja rule. I rule. There is not a faintest of slimmer of hesitation in the mystic master's eyes as he turns from his vile host, ascends gently to the flame-scarred streets and speaks of dark and somber voice. My friends, there is no choice open to us, no choice at all. Agreed, Doctor. For the sake of mankind, for the sake of our own immortal souls, we must meet the challenge and triumph. So say we all, Stephen. Yes, Madge, so say we. But before the sun of Satan can't even finish his sentence. The forms of Doctor Strange, the Submariner, and the Hulk lose substance, shine alike trails of heat and vape and fade, followed quickly by the Silver Surfer, Clea, and the Valkyrie, and finally Devil Slayer, Gargoyle, and Nighthawk, leaving a Damien Hellstrom alone with his rage and confusion. Well, not quite alone. Yes, Damien. I know why they are gone while you remain. Quite simply, my son, is because it has been far too long since last we had a father and son chat. Satan erupts into a foul, debauched laughter, and the hell cat grins coldly, and the son of Satan screams. Chapter 2, Hulk, Doctor Strange, and Submariner. The wind screams to the hills near the ritual Vermont. The air is pregnant with the sickly odor. The ground trembles as giants shake the earth. But these things do not concern the three heroes who suddenly materialize here. Their eyes seem only the imposing presence of Bald Mountain and the flaming claws of the rise from its deepest pits. Namor, do you realize where we are? That I do, Doctor. It was here we entered one of our earliest, most desperate conflicts against the dread Dormammu. Hulk remembers too, sort of, but there were no fire hands as Mountain then. No, for there are the hands of Satanish, Satan's chosen antagonist for this match of wits. Dr. Satan's mention of darkness here, it can only mean the heart of the dormant volcano. It is there we must go if Earth is to survive. Fish Man is right. Let's go pull Mountain down. Namor, Hulk, again. You let blind emotion guide you. Satanish would never make this so easy for us. Wait, don't plunge in so quickly and to scamper from the shadows like rats, even if they did those years before, the hooded blood-mad disciples of programming. It seems Satanish is recreating our earlier battle in the detail, but he forgets something very important. We bested them. We bested these half-crazed humans before, and we shall do it again. By the swirling Sargosas, this one's grip is unbreakable, but that could not be unless these are not humans at all, but the demonic servants of Satanish. You are very wise, ye amphibian, but your wisdom will do you little good. Hulk doesn't care about wisdom. Hulk doesn't care about men that don't look like men. Hulk only cares about winning. Sometimes, Hulk, you brutish logic is most eloquent. Let us write a finish to this insanity, and it is written very quickly. As the super powerful duo fights its way to the mountain's lip, leaving the trail of bruised and battered demon flesh behind them. I thought the doctor was behind us, Hulk, but he is gone, and we cannot waste even a moment in search of him. Then, why do we stand here? Let's go down. And down they go, clinging carefully to the precipitous rock wall, unwilling to leap or fly boundly through swirling smoke into what? They can only guess. Just as they can only guess how long to descend before light enwraps them, before the bottom is touched. Where do we go from here, Fishman? You go nowhere, Emerald One, except into the arms of death. Hulk knows these two. Of course you will do, monster, for how could anyone forget Zemo, the Titan, and Yadroth, the man-machine? But are you real, or more of Satanish's recreations? Why should that matter? Either way, we must smash. Again, I am forced to agree with you, Hulk. And while the more headstrong contingent leaps unthinkingly into the fray, let's look into a dazed, aching, but infinitely more rational master of the mystic arts. Oh, the cultists attacked so quickly, didn't have a chance to weave our spell of defense, and judging by the looks of things, my two partners didn't wait for my recovery. Not that I blamed them. No doubt they climbed down the Bald Mountain, and who knows what menaces they encountered along the way. Luckily, I am not limited to that more physical path. I need only take flight in my astral body. and use the more direct route. And now I, demons of the Denark has nothing to do with it, Doctor Strange. It's Santanish who holds your allies above the fiery pit. Santanish who will cast them down into it, there to be incinerated alive. You may try to save their lives if you can. Oh, but I see you'll notice that there are two of each of them. I wonder then which two will you save? Like rag dolls, the four forms drop down toward the blazing inferno, and the sorcerer supreme can only hover helplessly, pondering. Omnipotent Oster, what can I do? I should have saved the wrong pair. Two of my oldest friends will die. Wait, Satan's words unleash the light in darkness heart. Of course it must mean the light of the sacred eye of Agamemnon, the eye of truth. There the two stand revealed as mystic constructs resembling Zimu and Yardath. They have no real life and so cannot truly perish. Which leaves me free to do this. Strain on my astral form in need of an unbearable, but I must not falter. Doctor Strange, Zimu, and Yandrath, two evenly matched, even each body's blows rendered the others unconscious. Do not talk, Namor. Do not worry. We have won, my friend. We have won. Perhaps, Doctor, perhaps not. Bald Mountain explodes, and three stunned heroes are swept away in a river of molten death. Interlude 1, a dance hall in hell. Why don't you cast off your mask, righteousness, son, and enjoy yourself? Yes, Damien, can't you see that the defenders are as good as finished? Forget them. Join us. At least have a drink. I don't want your noxious brew, nor do I want any part of either of you. I want only to join my friends, to at least be allowed to die with them, if that is their fate. You should realize by now, Damien, that you have no friends, save me, perhaps. Despite all your noble protestations, it is your father you resemble most, not your mother. Listen to Father Damien. There are none of all creations wiser than he. Think of the pleasures we can share if you disgust me. You are a liar, my son. It's not she who disgusts you. It's Damien Hellstrom. It's your own self. You have fallen in love with this woman, and now the knowledge that she is your sister is driving you mad. Admit it. His silence is admission enough. Chapter 3, Nighthawk, Gargoyle, Devil Slayer. As three heroes shimmer back into the being, their senses are assaulted by the shrieking of jets and the deafening roar of bombs ripping open in the earth's belly. All around them, soldiers seemingly plucked from every age of man fight and fall only to rise and fight again. Wow, we've sure been dumped into the middle of a mess. This looks like an insane amalgam of every war ever fought. Not only that, Mr. Richmond, but this helmet, this rifle, they're the same as ones I had when I was a youngster back in World War I. What's going on? There is a pattern to this seemingly madness, Gargoyle, for like you, I have been made to look as I did during my war experience, during my days in Vietnam. That explains why you guys were picked for this scenario. But what about me? All I got is a copy of this draft notice until Uncle Sam sent me when I was bounced out of school back in '69. But my heart murmur kept me out of the service. They wouldn't have taken me if I begged. But you didn't beg them, did you? No, the millionaire's son could always take the easy route. But some of us weren't so lucky. Some of us didn't have power or influence. We had no choice but to go and die. It doesn't matter that the heart condition hardly constitutes power of influence, or that Kyle Richmond had done more than his share of world savings against evils more clearly defined in the years since Vietnam. All that matters is that the words of these hideous once men tap the wells of guilt and self-hatred within the Nighthawk's soul, so that the defender cannot even muster that will defender as the dead swarm over him. But because he is a defender, he is not alone. Away from him, ghouls away! You tell him, Mr. Payne. Strangely, the attackers offer little resistance. They only stumble back, shambling off into a suddenly arising shroud of fog, where they are soon lost to sight. Now listen to me, Richmond, and listen good. We're in a desperate situation. We can't have anyone folding up on us just that. Us like you. Mr. Payne, we'd best put the arguments aside for the moment, because if you'll take a look over there, you'll see Maya High Comics. Oh, no, wait, no. You'll see we've got trouble, big trouble. The trouble's name is Thog, the nether spawn. Of several occasions, he has almost taken rule of the entire cosmos. Always, he has met with defeat, and that has made him the most bitterly savage of Satan's manifestations. A savagery that has been passed on to his army of eternal warriors. Again and again, the human waves rise. Again and again, the defenders drive them back. But for every dozen men that fall, 2 dozen more leap up to take their places. Come on, you devils, come on. As long as there's breath left in me, I'll fight you. And I'll win, Eric Simon Payne, just as nothing could stop you from winning that other war. You and your men refused to give in then, too. No matter how many innocents were lost in the process, no matter how many children were left be burned and bloodied and lifeless, and there is distortion mingled within the truth. And again, long suppressed guilt, a guilt perhaps never consciously recognized in uncaged. Devil Slayer suddenly loses his passion for victory and goes down quickly with a whimper. While elsewhere, I feel funny using my life force draining energy against these fellas. They're probably just pawns in the Thog character like we are. If only there was another way. Oh, but there is another way, Isaac. Buster Henderson. But you're what? Dead, Isaac, that's right. I was your best friend, closer to you than anyone, but I died over there in France, had my heart blown clean out, while you went right on living. But Buster, Shut up. What gives you the right to be so old, Isaac? I have seen so much of the life I was cheated out of. That's why you have to make amends, Isaac. There is another way, the way of surrender. Let go, Isaac, let go. The pattern emerges for the third time, truth and lies, intermingling, the shadow of guilt emerging, and the fall. But what of the winged defender who has rescued from the fall? The only good thing about this mess is that with Satan turning the world into a place of eternal darkness, I don't have to worry about my daytime illness. Not that it does me a bit of good, Isaac, and pain are down, and I can't keep this up forever. Nighthawk is paralyzed from the sunrise to sunset. If I could only figure out what Satan meant when he made that crack about finding light in darkness, heart. That's the key to winning this deadly game. But what light? This whole scene is topsy-turvy, so irrational that, wait a minute, irrational. And what's a better cure for irrationality than the light of reason? It's a long shot, but if these soldiers are what they appear to be, men who've known nothing but too much battle for too long, it's worth the risk. Listen to me, all of you. I'm not going to fight anymore, and neither should you. There's no reason for us to perform like fleas at Thog's circus. Each of you has sacrificed enough, suffered enough in his lifetime. Why must it go on? So that the most ancient evil known to man can sweep over the earth and corrupt everything in its path? Thog has used you once. Don't let him use you again. Weapons fall to the ground. Eyelids, rheumy with pain, slide closed. Heads bow. They are men from 1,000 places, 1,000 times, but they are men after all, and they will not let this continue. It is over, Mr. Richmond, really over. The war against the demon races can never end, Gargoyle. Maybe not Payne, but we sure as heck beat the pants off this one. Take a gander at Thog. He's fit to be tied. No. I will not be defeated again. I will not. And in truth, I have not. Look, to the sky, buffoons, and so see how short-lived your victory. Imagine a quartet of nuclear bombs exploding. Imagine blistering heat, flesh-melting bones, charring to dust. Imagine Nighthawk, Gargoyle, and Devil Slayer in the center of those explosions. Then imagine no more. Interlude 2, a merry-go-round in hell. Ah, the pleasures of the youthful innocence. I never had the opportunity to share such things with you, my children, but it's never too late to make up for the past transgressions. Enough of these twisted games, Father. My friends are dying, my soul is on fire, and yet you still insist on this sickening false civility. Why, monster, why? Why? Why are you that thick Damon's? How is it I've succeeded so easily with Patsy, yet failed dismally with you? You are the flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood, to heir to my throne. I've allowed you to freedom of rebellion, even let you play the hero's role for a time. But the moment has come when my son must either rule beside me in hell. Oh no, chapter 4, Silver Surfer, Valkyrie, and Clea. First, there is the void empty of light, and life empty of substance. Then come 4 bursts of color, 4 swirling shapes, and 3 of those shapes congealed into a very familiar figure. By my board, where are we? The question, Surfer, is are we anywhere? You speak in riddles, Clea. Everywhere is somewhere, isn't it? Is it not? A most profound query, Valkyrie, surprising coming from you. But Mephisto adores surprises. Now, to answer your everywhere is not necessarily somewhere, especially where you 3 are concerned. For you are all children of other worlds, Valkyrie from fabled Asgard, Clea from the dimension of the dread Dormammu, and the Surfer from the beloved Zenla. Being from these other wares, you have no place upon our born-again earth, and so you have been consigned to an eternity as nothing in a realm of nothing. Mephisto too often has the Surfer heard your mouth words of arrogant triumph, yet time and time again I have bested you, black-hearted fiend, just as I will best you again. Your perceptions of our past encounters are distorted, Surfer. The victory has ever been mine, for you have always been left weary of spirit, tortured in heart. And so you will be left today. No, I pass through him as if he were more than a wrath of insubstantial wisp. Then let us see how much blood Wisp has, Surfer, how Wisp screams when he, Odin's beard, Valkyrie, it is time you learned that our problems cannot be solved with the sword. You would do well to follow the example of dear Clea. She has the retreat of the intermediation, meditation, seeking solutions in more subtle ways. You understand now, don't you, Clea? I do. Despite our years upon the earth, we each have harbored deep within us the belief that we did not truly belong there. We drifted like homeless ghosts among humanity. Mephisto has simply liberalized that feeling. It is not he who is the wrath, Surfer, not he at all. Do not despair, Butis. One Mephisto is not heartless. You have only to say the word, and all your feelings of inconsequentiality will be washed away. No longer need you'll be the faceless disciple. I will make you queen of your own mystic realm. Doctor Strange himself will bow before you, and the price only your trifling soul. For Valkyrie, I prepare a dimension compared to which Valhalla pales. You will ride beside your sister of the Valkyrie, lead hundreds of thousands of eternity's greatest warriors into endless battle. Certainly your own immortal soul means nothing when weighed against such glories. And what of you, Norrin, Rad? Do you think I could forget you? Forget your pain at being held prisoner upon the earth, your painful separation from your soul, mate Shalabal? Think, Surfer, she can be yours again, and together you can roam the limitless cosmos free and unfettered, and all I ask is my soul. How often have you sought to tempt me with such visions, devil? How many fools' paradise have you laid before me? And has the Silver Surfer answer ever been any different? Ugh! Clea, Surfer, heard him. But how? Don't you see? We're nothing only so long as we accepted our nothingness, as long as we floated here believing in our own defeat. But the sight of his beloved sparked a light within the surface soul, the light Satan must have meant. Oh, the light of passion, the light without which we are truly nothing. You have failed, Mephisto. Indeed, strangers among mankind may be, and that strangeness sometimes leaves us uncertain of our own worth. But that is not the whole tale. Never have we given up thirsting for life, for envy, challenges, and new comrades with which to share these challenges. Well said, Valkyrie. And now let the fire in our hearts be set loose as one. Let the unfeeling monsters fully understand what was untold depth of our passion has succinctly put. Mephisto understands. No, there, my friends, a doorway opens to lead us out of this place. A doorway, no doubt, brought into being by our own self-belief. We are victorious, and never has a victory felt so good in a winning. I am sorry to say, dear lady, the doorway, it's that you haven't won anything. Closing? It's closing. First, there are 3 familiar figures. Then those figures congeal into swirling shapes, burst of color, and finally there is the void of empty, of life, light and life, empty of substance. And then chapter 5. Whew! The stench is in the air that fills nostrils, turns their stomachs. The overwhelming heat bakes them. And as they struggle back to the consciousness, 9-bone-weary defenders realize that we're alive. But that's impossible. We died. I know it. In a sense you did, Prince Namor, but you forgot that the reality has yet to fully phase into being, and so you cannot truly die yet. Of course, you will die in 3 hours when the phasing is complete. 3 hours, but that would mean that more than 6 days have passed since began these contests. I guess time doesn't flow the same here as it does in our regular Earth, Your Highness. Father, you have cheated these noble beings. They did as you asked, unleashed the light and darkness. Heart, they lay there more dead than alive, and yet you still betrayed them. No, my son, I betrayed no one. Your allies found a light and darkness heart, not the light there is in their presence. The only difference is your lies are the Lord of lies, the master of deceit. You are scum. He has borne much the Hellstrom, but he has great courage. If we were not so drained, so weak, we could aid him. I doubt if we could do anything for him. Prince Namor, I wonder. Ah, I weary of the prattling Damon. Patsy, my dear, kill him! With pleasure, Father. With pleasure, but you'll... No, you startled me before your ability to pull forth my inner blackness to turn it against me. But you'll not do it again. I have spent a lifetime gaining knowledge of my own evil, battling and bending, using it just as I now use it against you. You are not the woman I once knew. She is dead. You are a corroboration of distortion. You have no right to live. And so, dear sister, prepare for your own doom. For the watchers there is the silence of a primal shock, and for the victim the first glimmer of the real fear. And for Damien Hellstrom, there is the hot flush of truth. I cannot kill you, Patsy. I cannot, because I love you. He last spoke those 3 words years ago to his mother, and even then they came her hard and infrequently. And even then Satan left the love of runes. The road has come round at last, Father. The river has returned to its source. There is only one thing left for us, Beast. Father versus son, of course. But it must be between we two, and we two alone. Your friends must not interfere. They will not interfere, Father. I give you my word. On that, we fight alone. Doctor, Do you understand this is the way it must be? I do not like it, Damon, but I understand. I speak for all of us when I say you have the defender's word. Very well. And now, Father, there will be a reckoning. It is fast, it is furious, it is brutal, and unfortunately for the son of Satan, it is no contest. Doctor, this is utter madness. Can we sit idly by and watch one of such spirit die? No, surfer. Though it means going against our vow, we cannot. Join hands with me, my fellow defenders. Individually we are weak, but united in a living chain of mystic might, we can feed Damon the strength that he requires. And may all the gods that be forgive us for what we must do. For in order to assure Damon's victory, we must channel our energy into the demonic dark soul, give it dominance over his human half. Only by giving the devil within him free rein can he hope to see his sires equal. Equal, strange deparation makes you even bigger fool than usual, even as he now his hellish heritage to the before. To the fore. The son is still nothing before the Father. Do you hear me? Nothing. Excuse me. And now, dear son, my failed progeny, my wretched offspring, prepare for your doom. Again the silence, again the fear, again the truth. I cannot kill. Shoulders sagging, tears, musting eyes, they have never known tears to master hell returns. Rise, defenders, whole again. You have won. You have unleashed the light in darkness, heart in my heart, for I am the embodiment of darkness, and even I can know the light of love. Even I. Your world is yours again, and Satan must return to his. There is much to ponder, Father. Wait! I am nothing but a dark soul now, Father. I belong nowhere on earth. I belong only by your side. Take me with you and get me some Hostess cupcakes. Wait a minute, that's not right. Such is your wish, Damien. So shall it be. So shall it be. Gone is the defeat of Satan's voice. Gone the confusion and despair. Thank you, Defender, for returning my son to me. And in payment for your kindness, I can do no less than return your Hellcat to you. A trifle disoriented, true, but in some ways improved. Now, as I leave you to the world you've spared, I leave you also with much to ponder, to think. Perhaps I was not truly interested in taking Earth at all. Perhaps my primary aim all along was the reclamation of my child. Perhaps your Miss Walker is not my daughter, but a pawn used to further my ends in her union with Avarice, simply releasing the evil latent in all beings and granting temporary control of her psyche. And perhaps a secondary goal of my scheme was to force my noble heroes to attempt to gain victory through deceit by going back on your vaunted horror, by employing my methods. But then again, perhaps the Lord of Lies has constructed this entire explanation in order to conceal his own burning humiliation, the shame of forfeiting total mastery of humanity. Perhaps. But none of us, but none of you will ever really know. Gone as if he'd never been. And the earth is returned to normalcy, her people unaware of what has transpired. Then we did right? Yes, Hulk, all our pain, all our struggle has been worth it. And make it sound so cut and dried pain, but it's not so, Mo. All right, you costume crazies, what do you think you're doing blocking up the street like this? Instead of standing around jawing like jerks, why don't you make yourselves useful? Go out and save the world or something. Save the world, officer. I think we just did. Indeed, the future is mankind to mold again into an earthly heaven or hell. But which, I wonder, will it be? Woo! Well, that was The Defender special double-sized issue number 100 from 1981. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And don't forget, this book and others are available on my eBay page, Papa's-Comic-Books. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Remember, as Mephisto, Satan, and all the Defenders always say,
that was easy.
Until next time, Papa is out.